Hello, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. I slept so good last night. No interruptions. I didn't get woken up. It was quite nice. Maybe I did get woken up one time, but who cares? Who cares? I got some cards colored in last night as well. I actually drew one as also. Golly. Whoops. I was putting the front to the back, and then I don't need to put it to the back. I put it actually right in here, so that way I don't pull it while we were doing the card pull. In case you're new here, these are cards that I've been working on. I've been working on these probably for the last, time flies just so fast, you guys. Maybe 6, 7 years? And the number is changing and moving because literally I have no idea. It was, around right after maybe 20, I don't know, folks. I don't know. But I've been working on them for quite some time. More so here in the last probably 8 months since I started the channel. I came back to working on these again. And I'm really glad I did. I only had probably about 75 or 100 cards at the time. It was just a deck probably about this big. And now, here we are. The words just come to me during the day, whatever I'm seeing a scene that's going on, or, life interaction, or I'm listening to people talk, I do watch other videos, and so someone might make a comment about something, and I was like, you know what? That whole thing that was said could probably be condensed into like a one-word card. So the message is there. These are all just single words for the most part. Some of them, there is a couple different series in here. Some of them will have phrases, and some of them are just going to be cards with comments or quotes or something on them. What else can I say? Oh, some of them are just words, and some of them are completely all detailed in and finished with the research already done on the back. So they're all just in different stages. Should we get into the story? The back of the deck, overall energy of everything is month. So perhaps this has to do, this one I'm going to have to finish again because I'm not thrilled with just but maybe something's going to happen in a month. Maybe something's been going on for a month. Maybe it has to do with this month that we're in. Could be 30 days from now. I guess we'll find out, right? Okay, split of the deck cards. We have false eyelashes. Now, of course, it's the way you see things, right? But you have fake lashes on. Some of them are very exaggerated lashes. So maybe you're seeing a story or something and you're thinking, wow, that's a really exaggerated way of telling that story. Or maybe you're seeing something and it appears in a very exaggerated way. Or perhaps it's a story or some kind of facts or something that's being said or that you're seeing that needs to be exaggerated in some sort of way, as far as it goes way deeper than you could imagine that it goes. Something's being dressed up, and it could have something to do with a group of people. We've got the dolphins. They like to hang out in large social settings. This card has been just penciled in or scribble drawn for quite some time, and I don't know why I have not tried to Probably because it's going to take some details. But considering dolphin is a group of people, I'm going to have to put way more dolphins in here. So maybe someone is, look, the eye is looking at the dolphins, observing a group of people. Watching whatever it is that they're doing. That's important, folks. Always stay vigilant and aware when you're out and about. We've got a turnip. This card is new this week, like literally in the last probably 3 days. Oh, since the 9th. I've had it out here since the 9th of the month. And we are in, what is it, the 20th of the month, I think? So the last 10 days. And it's probably come out at least 4 times. So the turnip, and the reason why I did it is because it's like you can't get something out of someone who doesn't have it, which is why I made the card. But then when I was doing the research on it, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So it has some kind of connection to the gut health and blood pressure. From what I understand, you can consume the turnip and the leaves. So they do sell turnip leaves, and I hadn't even noticed those until I made the card that they do sell the turnip leaves in the grocery store, in the produce area, of course. But I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. But maybe some things that you were seeing are going to be coming differently aware to you, differently as far as things that perhaps you didn't notice before about a group of people. You're going to start noticing those things. Maybe they're going to be quite obvious now that things that maybe should have been obvious before, but they weren't, maybe because of, I don't want to say because you're opening your eyes, but maybe it's like there's some kind of awareness that has come into fruition that you didn't have before about this group. There's potential success, there's personal progress happening here, self-control, and a positive turn of one's life path, which is nice. Protection to ward off the negative spirits. I know I had an incident yesterday that was seen by everybody that had to do with gut health. Boy, oh boy. I was thinking, wow, at the time it was super, super embarrassing. But then at the other time, I'm like thinking, you know what? It's human. There's absolutely nothing that I could have done different than what I had done because I tried and it just didn't work out. So it is something that happened. It is something that anyone would be horrified about. But it's like, whatever. I mean, dogs do it. Anywho, maybe something was seen or observed by a group of people. And maybe it has something to do with someone's gut health. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe whatever happened was captured on camera and it's going to go viral. I don't know, folks. Nor do I care because it's like, as I said, everyone does it. Are you trying to convince yourself maybe of something? I don't think so. I really feel this way. We've got a double take. Yeah, someone probably had to take a double take. Like, did I just see what I thought I saw? Did that just really happen? Maybe someone's not going to believe their eyes. Consider we've got a positive turn of events happening. Maybe you're going to look at something and be like, wow, I have to look at that again. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Social animals. Self-preservation as far as with the dolphins as well, because the dolphins have been known to circle swimmers who seem to be in trouble or to keep them away from sharks. But they do that, from what I read, they do it partly for self-preservation because they know if that human is attacked or if something happens to the human, then it's just going to cause attention and bring trouble their way. So they do encircle and try to help the human. I don't know. There's, of course, different stories. Someone is seeing something. Maybe they're seeing something through a fake lens. about this prosperity of this group, and now they're doing a double take on it. Maybe someone is seeing the truth about a situation where they're like, wait a minute now, this doesn't even seem right now. I don't know. Maybe someone's taking another look at something they thought they had some kind of idea about, and now they're realizing the shark in the mix. Maybe they're noticing that there's danger around. Interesting, we have the sharks. We were just talking about the sharks with the dolphins. Projector. It's written all over the wall. You're watching it on the wall. It comes in like a movie. Someone could be projecting their feelings of what they saw onto other people. The projection is greater than the healing, the need to heal. What's being projected is a bigger situation than just mere healing. Needing to rest. The projection is bigger than hospital camera, prickly situation, desert, dried out. Documenting. The hospital is documenting. Some experiments are being documented. And whatever they're doing on these experiments, maybe they're leaving people out in the desert. Maybe they're documenting how people respond to situations, a thorn in a side. They're experimenting and watching and seeing whatever it is that they're doing. If they can take things away, this is the shave, to shave, removing hair, removing, the shark is removing, let me see. We've got love. Trying to shave love away from somebody. Maybe someone who's protective of their family. Could be an Aries card. It could be someone who rams love down people's throats. And they're trying to get rid of that. A female. Skeletons in the closet. Hot air balloon and orchid. The orchid is I use as a gift. It's also connected. Hey Google, where do orchids come from?
Orchids are an ancient family of plants that scientists believe first evolved about 66 to 100 million years ago in the supercontinent of Laurasia, which included modern-day North America and Eurasia. While early evidence suggested they might have originated in Australia, recent research confirmed all the genetic sampling points toward Eurasia during the late Cretaceous period.
Hey Google, where is Eurasia? Is it Asia?
Eurasia is the world's largest landmass, encompassing the continents of Europe and Asia. It stretches from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east, and from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Mediterranean, Indian, and other southern seas. Geographically, it covers over 54 million square kilometers, making up about 36% of Earth's land area. Would you like to know more about its geography or the countries it includes?
No, thank you. So the skeletons in the closet.
Thanks for chatting.
higher perspective for all of these different countries. Maybe someone is highly in tune with whomever this female is who's talking about this love. And somebody doesn't want everybody to know or realize that love is the way. Maybe this person is going to break out of the closet. Maybe her words are going to be heard far and wide, and they really just don't want that. The female skeletons in the closet. We've got the closet that has all the clothes are hung up and organized, well kept. A secret, something that somebody doesn't want someone to know about the higher knowledge in this gift. And the gift is the love. So the sharks are trying to project something, and they want they're trying to project something as far as onto somebody, trying to say that they're more than just not unwell. That maybe they've documented this person doing experiments. Maybe they're trying to say that this person has a chemical imbalance, an unsafe chemical imbalance. Maybe they're saying they've documented this person hurting others. So they need more than just a hospital. They're trying to take away the love out of this person's vocabulary. They're trying to take this love away from perhaps their family life, perhaps whatever it is that they believe in. Because to be able to love wholeheartedly, unapologetically, unconditionally, with excitement. In order to do that, that's a gift, and that is of the higher planes, the higher knowledge. It's from the higher realms. It's elevated. So there could be someone who is looking at this group of people who are projecting these kind of images and stories onto someone. And someone's taking a double take. Maybe someone was taking the double take onto somebody's change in lifestyle or their progression or being able to attain their dreams. And they don't want that for somebody, maybe. We've got a swordfish. Now, swordfish are like prestige, right, of the fishing world. It seems like the larger the fish you catch and you put it up on your wall, it's like you want everyone to see it. It's like a reward, it's a plaque. So somebody is wanting to remove the love out of some individual because they're thinking that they're going to get some kind of recognition for that. Restaurant. Innocent. Power lines. It's a power source. Cabin. Bathtub. Oh, and straight bathtub. Straight clean. Butter. This whole way, this whole perspective, this whole elevation of sorts is easy for this individual to get to. And they're trying to find out why. They're doing experiments to figure out what drives this person. What brings them to this place. It's like no matter what situation they leave them in or put them in, this person is able to just adapt. So we've got the sword in the restaurant. So cutting off the restaurants, cutting off their nourishment, cutting off them going out, maybe on dates even. I was just thinking that the other day. I haven't been out on a date for like 3.5 years. And literally, I haven't sat probably in like a restaurant and enjoyed the restaurant probably for at least a year. Well, I can't say that because I did some secret shoppers at restaurants, and I guess that counts, right? I guess that counts. Like even if you have like a date with a friend, it's like a because I had someone that I know, she and I went and did a secret shopper. So, I mean, I guess I have got, I don't know. Let's not have to be perfect about it, right? So we've got an innocent person, maybe someone who is only dealt with on sometimes innocent power lines. So we've got the people at the cabin, which is also my lodge card. I kind of want to change it to large instead of cabin, but whatever. So they're gaining their energy from innocent folks that maybe they are watching or looking at while they're out and about dining. Maybe someone came across somebody. They're trying to get their power source from the innocent people so they can straight bathe themselves. So they can rejuvenate, so they can relax. Straight bathtub. Maybe it's like a spiritual cleanse that somebody does. Maybe someone is very innocent and very on the straight and narrow. They don't have any skeletons in their closet. And that's what they need. Well, me telling my story yesterday, that's totally cat's out of the bag there. We've got something that was left on the road. Somebody hit it and left it on the road. Cupid and the comb over. So they're trying to take over this person's love life, which is probably non-existent if we're talking about mine. Like literally. And I'm fine with that. I have no issues. Just like I told the man yesterday I did the delivery to, prior to me having that unfortunate situation. I told him, I've been alone for quite some time, and I'm just used to it. I grew up alone. I grew up spending a lot of time by myself. So me being alone now, and I watched my mom be alone. Like my mom was, after my dad, my mom was, I never saw her in another relationship. So someone was trying to deplete someone of that. Trying to conceal something. Sweet 16, never been kissed. Yeah. So the innocent person there. The Hyoka empath. Someone who uses humor in order to deal with the dark side of things or to show someone in their face who they actually are. It's not disrespect. It's just like, let's make light of it. Like I was saying, everybody has those situations that happen in one way or another. Everybody actually purposefully does those things, but sometimes when it happens out of left field, you're a little bit caught off. It's like, what can you do? You tried. Everyone turned me down and said no. We've got the greeter. Personal growth, staying positive even in sudden changes. It's about the Congress levying the federal income tax and the amendments. A sudden change and upheaval. Make room for something new. It's also the Tower card in Tarot. So somebody who was at this cabin or at this lodge is now learning about this female who they've been trying to document, doing all these experiments to, perhaps. It's like, let's see what happens when we do this. What happens when we do that? And I know it sounds far-fetched, but this is something that they've been doing for years, centuries. Maybe not centuries, but for decades. There are programs that are out there that are actually on the web where you can look them up and you can see what kind of experiments have been being done on people. So the power lines, they do have the study that was done using some kind of remote control technology where they could actually set a tree on fire, or they can actually push a button and it would send somebody into a rage, and it would actually send somebody into doing something that they ordinarily wouldn't be doing. Now, I understand how that sounds. But it's actually something that's on the web, researched, documented in black and white. So it's not like I'm making it up. It's not like I just saw it on a movie. It is something that was literally visually read. We've got a lock. Something is trying to be secured, or something is secured unless we have the key here, but something is under a lock. Maybe this person who's a happy-go-lucky greeter, the Hioka empath, is being seen maybe not as okay because, and let me explain the greeter card. In Laguna Beach, California, there was a man there who used to stand on the corner down in the main beach Laguna. And he would sit there and every single day just stand on that corner and wave at people. He would make sure that people felt seen, I guess, is why he did that. He was welcoming people to Laguna. And people kind of looked at him like, why is he doing that? And eventually, when he continued to do that, he was accepted as like an icon of Laguna Beach. And they gave him the name the greeter. So this could be a situation where someone is trying to sell somebody, as we were talking about the perception of them, as someone who is just not okay. They were trying to say that this person was mentally or they were mentally off, or they were chemically dysfunctioned. They were trying to take away their ability to love. They were trying to take away the ability for anyone to love this person, this innocent person, mind you, who all they ever do is want to help others heal, to evolve past their pain, by pointing it out in a way that just seems regular, so to speak. It's like, yes, it happened, and yes, this is why you're acting like this, but let's just kind of look at it in a way that we can make friends with it, so to speak. Not to laugh off anyone's hurt, because no, if it hurts, that should be respected. And I always say that, respect your feelings. But in some cases, it's just like, is that all you have? Meaning, if we look at things in a spiritual aspect, because we've got this hot air balloon card, and then we've got the hiding and everything else, and we're trying to look at something in a perspective of above the human realms of things, especially if we're going to look at the whole lodge thing, because that's the lodge, if we're looking at power sources of the innocent. There's another level to things that are going on. It's like we can't have, if the world is based on a place that deals with fear and wants to instill fear in people, then they can't have people who are going to show others about love. If you can't be afraid of your secrets being shown, or if you can't have people being afraid of all of these horrific things happening, then you can't control those people. They need people in a state of fear in order to be able to better control them, which seems counterproductive because in their minds, they're thinking, well, we're going to make all this money off of people because they're in fear. And then, of course, they're going to have to go to the hospital, and then we're going to have to give them medications. And then, of course, we're going to make more money there and blah, blah, blah. But the thing that they don't understand is that if you have people who are happy, people who are not in fear, people who are living in a place of love, they're going to be higher producers because it's just within them to want to. Unless, of course, if they're in such a high state of awareness in love, they're going to realize the things that they were desperately needing, like items to put in their closet, they're not going to need those anymore. And so maybe that will be the breakdown and the collapse of the whole system in itself. And whoever they are, they don't want that. Now, mind you, this whole reading, the center card is the power lines of how someone's getting their source, their energy. Where's their energy coming from? This person has never-ending energy, a never-ending source of regeneration, repairing itself, healing itself. Always coming back to a point of innocence, a playful nature, childlike nature, regardless if there's lodges or cabins before them. It's almost like this person just regenerates to the point they just stay clean out of everything. They have no skeletons in their closet. You've got the number 9. Someone is learning their lesson. Someone is learning a lesson. Someone is ending a cycle. We've got a mermaid. The mermaid lives in such a vast place with the dolphins and the sharks. We've got a little tailgater here. Someone who's trying to grab onto her coattails. We've got 0. The 0 doesn't change another, right? It's just a placeholder. So perhaps this person's way of helping others heal is the fact that they're not trying to change these people. They're just saving place for them. This person separates the positive people from the negative people. It's also the first card of the tarot deck, the Fool. Could have some connection to India because India was the first place to treat 0 as a real number with its own rules. And it was invented to tell the numbers apart, because if you were to write down the letters 4 and then the letters 4 again, you don't know if they're talking about 44 or 404 or 4,400. And believe it or not, the 0 was initially banned in Europe. So we've got Europe being mentioned twice here. This mermaid has free reign all over the world. Keep that in mind. And we've got the mermaid being catty corner or diagonal from the experiment. So obviously they're doing experiments on this mermaid who lives in the sea with sharks, folks, happily, with no issues. The sharks are her neighbors. We've got the mustard seed coming in underneath this innocent, sweet 16, the one that speaks of love, greater than all things. We've got this opportunity here with the what was ran over and left in the road. This bird, did I even... Oh, there it is. I was looking at the wrong way, but boy, oh boy, that could have worked that way. Anywho, this bird is looking the opposite direction of where this little opportunity is here on the road, and they can't see this opportunity because it's shaded under the trees. Remember, we had this also, the shaded underneath um, with the comb over. I mean, this could be purposeful, this haircut. People do that all the time. They get the underside cut, and then they have the long pieces on top. It's purposeful of what they're doing. Maybe they sent in people to love this individual, to have relationships with this person ever since they were 16 years old. And they did it intentionally. So they would keep someone distracted and looking in the wrong direction of what was meant for them. Something that was left to them. Maybe from someone who owns a restaurant. I always say that. We've got a tiara. Oh, that came out cute. I should probably fix that. We've got the tiara. Someone who's coming into a place of respect and authority. Someone who's being crowned a queen. Someone of honor. They didn't want this person to have this opportunity. Again, they were trying to distract him from something. Could be a mature individual, couple, maybe someone who this was for at the age of 16. Maybe they're mature now with the salt and pepper. Some investigation needs to be done, perhaps. Adding some seasoning, some flavor. Maybe someone is a mover and a shaker. They didn't want this person, this innocent one, to become a mover and shaker. They didn't want them to be at their level. They wanted to lock them out of it because they didn't have anything to hang over their heads. Like, oh, we know that you did this, and now that you're in this place of shame, now we have control over you. Folks, don't let anything have being held over your head. If you've done something, speak about it. Let it be put out. Who cares? Everyone has done something. As I said, there is no perfect people. Don't let it take away your joy. Don't let it take away the love that is out there for you. Have your conversations with the Most High and discuss it with Him. See what He would want you to do. That's the only one that matters. But we were all supposed to be here in order to experience what it is to be human in the regards of enjoying life. That was our purpose here. We've got the square archetype. Steady, reliable, and practical. Maybe in the end of all of this, they were trying to say this person who was unwell, whether physically or mentally or whatnot, psychologically, spiritually, they were trying to say they were unwell. And now they're finding out that this person is indeed very balanced. What are you going to do with that information? I mean, you're learning this now. This person adapts to any situation that they're in. They take the higher road. They see things from a higher perspective. And they're learning now that this person is practical, steady, and reliable. I mean, I was just saying yesterday, I was doing that order and I found myself in a situation where it's just not ideal. It was a mess, literally. But yet I was going to still try to push through and get the deal done. I was going to make that delivery until I was just thinking, someone else can do this delivery. I don't have to subject myself to this situation any longer. You can cancel the delivery, take care of what you need to take care of, and allow someone else to do the delivery instead. Someone learned the lesson, perhaps, that they need to be reliable for themselves as well. This reliability, practicality, and whatnot is diagonal to this shark. This person is not going to fail themselves. This person is not going to discount themselves. This person is not going to do the things that the shark is trying to get them to do. This square is solid. I don't know about you, but is a shark going to eat a square crate? I don't think so. I mean, why would it? Unless there's tons of fish inside, but I don't think there's anything fishy about the person that they're trying to get swallowed by the shark. We already said that this person's skeletons or the closets are completely clear and organized, taking its spiritual baths and whatnot. And remind you, this is all around the card of power lines, needing a source of power and control, choosing where those go. Where is this one getting the power source from? From the ground? I don't know if I should make the lines go back so it's connecting to another pole. I don't know. Maybe put like a little one here and it's like off in the distance. It just kind of goes down and around and it meets that one. I don't know. Maybe you could put it in the comments what you think, if I should do one power line pole or put another one down here. One or two. I'm sure it will come later. If there are no comments, that's fine. What's the outcome? We've got a business here, a retail strip mall, who could have stopped at something, but they continued to go on and on and on about it. Now whatever their actions were is being held underneath a magnifying glass. Someone's taking a closer look at things, tuning out the world in order to do this. We do have the black and white checkered background in this picture. It looks like it's black and white. We've got music. Maybe this person is listening to music. Maybe somebody told some other individual that this person was this way in order, so maybe they liked music and so they were trying to get it so somebody wouldn't pay this person any attention. And now they're seeing this person. We've got monsters, someone who appears to be a monster. But I mean, the monster's wearing pink, right? Yeah, that's some monster. We've got Earth School. This is going to be the front of the card, front of the deck. The monsters are hearing the music now. Everything they've done is getting a closer look at it. People are doing experiments that they were not approved to do. They were not authorized to do. These things are going on in the strip malls. They're making a business of it. It's something they could have stopped, but they did not. And now all of their actions are getting a closer look at it. And people are now listening to maybe the key facts about these people maybe being monsters. They're putting all these things together and finding the monster. Earth is a school. It's where we learn things. We're learning to see the monsters. Now we need to heal the monsters. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychoanalyst. I'm not a doctor. I'm nothing of the sort that has any kind of licensing. So it's my feeling that almost everybody can be healed. Whatever troubles them, whatever ails them, the Bible says there is something in everything that has been created in order to fix any ailment. I was also watching the show The Chosen. I just started that. And then pretty much in the beginning of the series, it shows Mary Magdalene, who was at one time called Lily or Lilith. And Jesus came to her and cleansed her of whatever demon they said that she was possessed with, just by stating her name, Mary Magdalene. He knew her by her name. She was no longer a monster because she was spiritually cleansed. And that came over the bathtub. So when we spiritually cleanse ourselves by facing the skeletons in the closet and we kind of just air out that closet, whatever was being hidden has no power and control over you. If you sing about it like a bird, it has no more power and control over you. It no longer becomes a power source for someone who wants to use it against you. Whoever that someone is, or whoever they are, or whatnot. It's a cycle that will be done and over. Once you're able to heal that aspect of yourself, and you deal with it head on, straight on, it's no longer sitting in your subconscious, causing you to make decisions and choices based on the fact that maybe you are thinking about the fact that what you did was so shameful it had to be in a closet in the first place. Dealing with it will return you into this childlike, innocent state, to where you are able to pick up on those opportunities and see those opportunities because they're not being shielded and shaded and concealed under the shade. They're not being hidden in the darkness. And perhaps maybe those opportunities that are being concealed or hidden in the darkness, maybe those aren't even the opportunities that were best for you anyway. Mind you, this card with the whole shading here, that all progressed on its own. Because I started with one color underneath the trees, and I'm thinking, wow, that's kind of dark. And then I was like, well, let me get a lighter color up here. And then I was like, wow, that just looks like it's all being shaded right now. That's kind of cool. So even in the mistakes or the accidents, there is purpose there. It all works out. I was going to get the word cards out, but I just don't want to. I will get the letters ones, though. I made a new little tiny deck with a bunch of just letters on it. I figured, why not? I don't know if I can get, if any of them are going to fall out. That's a lot. We've got an S, I, K, X, L, M, G, H, Y, a pink Q upside down, so someone's in their south node on that one. Or they could be acting immature. Whoever the Q is, first, middle, or last. These are all initials or words that start with them. We've got the D. We've got a G upside down, so someone who's acting a little bit immature or in their south node as the G. I think that's a green. We've got a 0 or an O and another E. Kids. Someone could be acting like kids. We've got gold on here. Could be going after some kind of gold. We have gods. We have mods for moderators. There's also mode. We have home, H-O-M-E, homes. So it could have something to do with gold and with homes. We have milk, M-I-L-K. Maybe someone needs some calcium, or maybe it has something to do with a milk carton. Be vigilant everywhere you go, you guys. We have like, L-I-K-E. Someone likes something. We have glide, G-L-I-D-E. There's hide, H-I-D-E. K-Y. We have smile, S-M-I-L-E. And mile, M-I-L-E-S. We have sold, S-O-L-D. Maybe someone sold somebody's house or sold some gold. We have slide, S-L-I-D-E. S-O-M-E, some. H-O-L-E, holes. K-I-D, someone's kid. Y-O-L-K, yolk. Mix, M-I-X. Don't mix yolks. Make sure you're evenly yoked with someone, have the same ideals, same outlook on things. S-L-Y. Someone is sly. All right, folks. S-M-O-K. E, smoked. H-O-E-S. With that being said, thank you for being here. Hello. Hello, hello. I just wanted to let you guys know I cannot read the comments until the very end, so I apologize. I could not respond. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments and everything else. Take care. Make it a great day.